happy. Hi, Happy Jean Lair here.
So first today, I'm with Miss Play. The social media accounts.
So all my social media accounts are over here. Go check it out. There's nothing to say about it.
This is not my idea. This is her idea.
No, I had an energy spike last night, right?
So we have this box right here
It's a tesseract.
that contains questions about dating and relationship.
So it's basically an attempt to address all the questions I haven't asked Jean before. So yeah.
And the questions that I put in here are not my questions, but questions that most of my students
Are facing.
are.
I'll be reading the first question. I live in a house where homosexuality is a disease. Wow. I live my life every day as if I'm a different person. I am in a point of not caring about what they would think of me. I'm dying to tell the whole world of who I am. Do you think I should do it? You know what? I think that the only way for us to live a comfortable life and a beautiful life is to admit who and what we really are to the world. And once you do that, will not always be accepted by the majority of the public because you have to accept that each person is different from each other. And I think it takes a lot of maturity. Like you have to ease it out when you want to come out to your parents. And speaking of which, it should not be anybody else's business. Like you don't have any right to out other people. Okay? If you know somebody who's gay and they have not come out of the closet yet, it's not your goddamn business to out them. So I think we should wait more. Like let's step back a little and let maturity, come into the process before we like process things out. Because that's the only way people could be ready, I think. How about you?
I remember when he asked me that. It's a he. I asked him what his goal is, and he had a trouble answering it. And I said, as long as you're not gonna hurt people, as long as you're not gonna violate school rules, because that's very important. And as long as you're not gonna do things that would really make your parents disown you. Because it's okay,
Yeah.
but sometimes we can control if if we start coming out and then doing things that would embarrass everyone, and that's crossing the line already. So you can do it, and I agree with you. It takes time, it takes maturity to
Come
make
out.
that kind of decision.
If people are not ready, although we live in this century, in this generation, not everybody is very open about these things.
Yeah. Why is it hard to settle down in our generation? A lot of factors actually are being considered. Number one, our culture. As Filipinos, we have to make sure that our families are really okay financially and livelihood-wise before we even make a decision of settling down ourselves. Second, we are in a point that we want to explore our individuality, our career path. You don't want to just I want a husband, I want kids, but how about me? What do I want? I want to spend time for myself. You?
It's been so hard to settle down and make a decision to settle down in our generation, mainly because we have seen a lot of bad love stories, and I think people are finally getting into this fact that not all love stories work out. Majority of love stories that we know, like just look at us, right? How many boyfriends and girlfriends have we ever had in our lives, right? And not one. We're not yet in the point to determine which one is successful. It's so hard, to keep somebody staying in this generation because everything comes so fast and everything changes in a snap.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to add too,
Mm.
we keep on planning.
No, but it never.
In my situation, it's like in the beginning we've been planning to save money for the wedding,
Yeah.
and then it turns out we decided to just have a house first. So we bought a house.
And that's a smarter decision, I think.
Yeah, and then we planned on, now we have a new plan. So the plans keep piling up, and until
Yeah.
you forget the original plan. So
Yeah.
that's our generation.
Yeah, right. And things change.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, everything is very ideal. And then when you become an adult, reality hits you. When you become,
You're gonna miss your childhood.
yeah, and you're gonna become a sad, pathetic loser.
You're gonna miss the times that you're just relying on your parents for everything.
Yeah.
If you have done something good, you're gonna ask for them to give you a new phone. If you're an adult, you gotta do it yourself.
Yeah, you know Paramore's song, Ain't It Fun? Like
Ain't It Fun?
Yeah, it totally makes much more sense once you become a full-blown adult. Like you working on your own, independent. So yeah.
Don't rush being an adult. Just
Yeah, don't-
enjoy your.
Don't. It's a
Yeah.
trap. It's a freaking trap. Don't grow up. Don't grow up. It's a trap. Is it really possible to move on and forgive the one who hurt you? Did you intend this question from me? Because I
No,
now
that's a
have
general question.
I now have the answer to this.
Okay.
Is it really possible to move on?
People have been dying to ask that question, so we're here to answer.
It is very possible to move forward. I said forward, right? Not move on. There will come a point in your life where you will meet someone that you really like. Okay, let's use the word that we're all ish about, love. You will find someone that you really love, but unfortunately, things do not go your way all the time, and that's normal. And you can't do anything about it. I remember what my friend said. You should always know your place in the world. You should know what things you have a control in and which ones you don't. So in this case, you don't. Feelings are just like seasons, you know. It's very possible to move on. One quick trick is to keep yourself busy and move away. Move away as far as possible.
Yes.
Because distance kills you, you know.
Yeah.
Even you're very close, when you're living in the same city as that person that you're trying to move on from, it's very hard. Now, when you move away from that person, there's a big
a lot of people.
yeah, you're gonna meet a lot of people, and there's a big possibility for you to like meet new people, reach bigger horizons, career-wise.
To even ask yourself, why have I been
Yeah.
stuck for so long
Yeah.
with this guy? If I can meet other people when.
And that's one thing though, we should never demonize people who hurt us.
Yeah.
Because they just had a change of heart, and who knows, maybe in the future, when we're in that situation as well, we would have a change of heart or whatever, right?
Yeah,
How about
maybe
you?
it's just a phase, right?
Is
We
it
can
possible
never
to
tell.
move on?
Anything's possible, okay? But it takes time, and it takes a lot of courage to accept the fact that that part of your life has to end,
Yeah.
okay? And in a previous talk about grievance, blah blah blah, acceptance is the last one.
Yeah.
But actually, it's the beginning. It's the beginning of the phase for you to really move forward.
Yes.
That's the only time you can say, I'm ready. Once
It's one warning though, like if you've ever been in a serious relationship and somebody tried to, try to mess you up big time, it's gonna change you forever. Both good and bad. It's gonna change you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna change you.
love or career? Can it be both? That was the biggest question before I came here. But the thing about Alvin is that he did not make himself an option. He did not ask me or Qatar. He did not ask me that. He's very supportive. That's why I couldn't really relate to, question love or career, because he always supports me. But if I'm, if worst comes to worst, and it's Alvin, I'd choose Alvin.
Why?
I can choose a different school or a different career or I choose him.
Well, that makes me sad, but like, 'cause I'm single. For me, love or career, right? I've always been bad at, I don't know, trying to balance things out. But at this age, I would have probably chosen career. Because at one point in my life, I was made to believe that I was holding somebody back from reaching their dreams. Now, that's a long story, right? I should not tell you that. But the point is, we should not hold our significant others back, you know? If they want to pursue a career and that career doesn't include us in the process, I think we should understand that, you know? We're so, just like what you said last night, right? Sometimes we are so selfish. We think that love is about making the other person happy, but we're only doing that for ourselves, because when they're happy, that makes us happy as well, and that's very selfish.
Yes.
Like, it's okay to let go. And trust me, better things will come. And career-wise, you know, you should build yourself up first. There's a very, very, what do you call this? Very, very strong significance. Like, when you try to build your career first and yourself first before you get into a relationship, you would see yourself as a very strong woman or whatever.
And you will make the significant others see your worth.
Yes,
That
definitely.
you're not someone to mess up with.
Yeah, don't mess around, boy.
Is there somebody you really wanted but did not pursue? Why? Someone possible?
Mention the name. Drop it.
Someone
Drop it.
possible? Because someone impossible is Captain America.
My God. I'm not. Look, I'm Team Iron Man. Okay? She's Team America. No, like a real person.
A real person.
It's okay, Alvin. Okay, so like you're first on the list, and this guy's second. Okay, so you, bro, chill.
It could be because we did not have a clear ending or like closure.
Who?
It was in college. Should I say the name?
Yeah, sure.
He's happily married with one kid, so I might.
Who's the guy? It's okay because you don't love the guy anymore.
Yeah,
It's just
I
that-
don't anymore. It's just that I'm just curious what really happened between
Okay.
us. It was
So the question was,
to you too.
is there somebody you really like but did not pursue? There's somebody I like right now, but I don't ever want to like pursue the person. I don't want to name the person.
Oh,
You did
I
not
did. I
name
did
your
not
person.
name it. Okay.
But this person is somebody, I don't know, I've only had a couple of boyfriends in my life, but this guy is not my boyfriend, but I met him here, and he's really cute. I have never been more physically attracted to anybody.
Should we put the picture here?
No! No. I have never been more physically attracted to anybody in my life as much as this guy. Because he's so cute. Like, he's not really my type, but that's what I like about him. He broke my type. Like, once he came into my life, I was like, this guy doesn't fit the bill of what I like in a guy. But eventually, I found him very, very cute. But I did not want to pursue him because, first off, is that, should I say?
Yeah.
Go. We both have the same job. You know how boring that gets, right? When the person that you're dating is in the same field as you, you know, it gets kind of boring. Not only that, cultural differences, and
Yeah.
we're both young.
And
Let's have
wild.
and free. Let's just have fun, you know. I don't want to pursue him because he's not exactly the boyfriend type, and I'm not exactly the girlfriend type, you know.
Perfect match, right?
But he's so damn cute. Just like what I told you, I've never been more attracted to anybody. Like,
He's like a prince in any fairy tale story.
yeah, once he opens his mouth, I'm like, oh. Hey, I am in love with this great guy in school. He is handsome and intelligent, but he is in love with somebody else. They are celebrating their 5 months now. What should I do?
That's current.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that these things actually happen in life. So, girl,
What's our advice to this pretty girl?
step back. Hold back. You know, the thing is, when somebody is in a relationship, don't ever, because it happened to me, I guess. I don't know. I think at one point in my life, it happened to me. When your friend or somebody you know is in a relationship and somebody else likes them, like, do not ship them, you know. Especially around the friendship circle. You know how things are. We studied this in linguistics. Like, when you know, when you are in close proximity with a person, every time, no proxemics, haptics, when they're close, there's a big chance that that person will end up with the other person, the third party. The third party. And it sucks because the only reason why that guy or girl fell for you is because of that YouTuber ship. Technically, the guy or the girl did not fall in love with you. Because, girl, you need to step back, okay? You should respect the relationships of other people. If you want to wait, then go wait, right? And just think about this. If he's taken by somebody else, he's not yours. She's not yours. He's somebody else's. You should think about that, right?
Yeah, and if imagine if the situation is reversed, you are the girlfriend and someone else is
Shipping your guy to another girl.
Wouldn't it hurt, right? So let's always make it a practice that if before we even make a decision is how we really feel. Let's put ourselves to the other shoes. That's the best way to make a decision.
True.
Empathy.
Be empathic, you know?
Yeah.
Empathic. I am in a mutual relationship with my schoolmate, but my parents and teachers don't allow and approve of our relationship. How should I respond to it? If there's one thing I learned in my life, I learned this pretty late, and I wish I would have known this a little bit earlier. Parents, especially moms, they're always right.
Always.
They're always right. If your mom doesn't like a certain somebody for you, that should tell you something. Like your mom, your adults in general.
Yeah.
Of course, they will know a lot more in life than you do because of experience, you know. That's the edge of adults, right? They have a lot of life experiences. And if that doesn't tell you enough, then I guess you're just stupid. Like, don't be stupid, girl.
And don't limit yourself to just one guy. There's so many guys out there that you are about to meet. So
There are tons of fish in the water, so no worries.
don't just be contented in the shore. Swim across, right?
But it doesn't mean that you have to hoe around, you know.
It takes time.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you have to hoe around and meet all these fishes, okay? What we're trying to say is there's a lot more things that's gonna happen to you in the near future. And you're still students, okay? You're not stable enough to know what's gonna happen in your future, career-wise. So you have to hit this, just like what I said before, like you have to hit a certain maturity in order for you to finally decide on which guy or girl you really like. That's my take on it.
And know your priorities. You're in school not to have boyfriends.
Yeah, you're in school to study
Yeah.
and learn.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
And it's meaningful. Define love.
What is love?
Love. I know your answer to that. You're gonna quote Rick and Morty again. I know this girl. She's really gonna do that. Wait for it.
No.
Love is...
A complex chemical reaction that compels human beings to breed. No, just kidding.
We can say that love is salt. Salt in whatever you're cooking. It adds taste. Okay? But it's not all. It's not the main ingredient. It's not what makes the... Of course, if you're gonna name a meal, you're not gonna name it salt with beef, right?
There is more to life than love.
Yeah. Something like that.
Well, honestly, I always use, you know what, in these types of questions, I always quote Rick and Morty, but
Yeah.
the truth is, I
That's
really want to quote
all you know.
Shakespeare. No,
Oh, Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Okay.
This is Sonnet 116.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Let me not, to the marriage of true minds, admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds. Something like that. I know the entire poem, but that's just in there. We've always been...
Wait for her to quote the Corinthians chapter 13.
What? No. No. We've always been taught love is an idea. But for me, love is actually a verb.
Yeah, it's not a noun.
Yeah, it's something that you do, you know. Love has been so idealized by a lot of people. Like, it's those roses and flowers and soul dances and fairy tales. What I learned about life is that love is as simple as this. You definitely know that a guy waking up next to you or a girl waking up to you is gonna have a bad breath in the morning, right? Love is, trying to stomach that smell.
Yeah.
You know it's bad, but
People
you don't
aren't
mind.
perfect.
Yeah, you don't mind it anyway. It's finding perfection in those little imperfections, you know.
Exactly.
And
Appreciating little things.
it gets hard. Like when you love, of course, nobody gets attracted to attitude at first sight, intelligence at first sight. We all get attracted. Love always starts with what we see, right? What we
Yeah.
definitely see. We always get attracted to people by what we see. So it's like that.
It's like seeing a great building. So let's say there's this street with lots of buildings in it. The first stop is actually the most beautiful one, right?
Yes, definitely.
But what makes you stay is what's inside.
Yeah. Not only that, right? Love has its phases.
Yeah.
You know the Filipino term kilig? Like it's similar to being elated. It's one
like
of those.
romantic excitement.
Yeah, it's one of those Filipino words that I really love because it doesn't have any equivalent in any other languages that
Mhm.
I know. But yeah, I only know. But yeah, I don't know a lot of
You
languages.
describe it, but
Yeah. You can describe it in other languages, but this kilig, right? Everything starts with kilig, like that strong feeling of romantic excitement or elation, whatever that is.
the last drop when you're urinating.
Yeah, kind of feels like it.
Similar
Right?
like
Kind of feels like it. So it all starts with that, and then eventually, of course, when you're trying to get to know the person, you would know things that you don't really want to know. Like, oh, this guy is dumb as heck, or like
yeah.
this person is lazy as heck. But yeah, it's all about continuously improving each other, you know. Don't ever try to force people to change, but love goes that way, you know. Along the way, you're gonna improve yourself.
I remember this movie, The Matchbreaker. It's actually the first and last movie that Christina Grimmie was in.
Oh,
Yeah, she's the lead actress there.
Alright.
She's an artist, and there's this sculpture. It looks like a trash. But she said, love is simple. You just have to find the right angle. And if you find the right angle to look at that sculpture, there's a heart in the middle. Final advice?
for young people,
Yeah.
always make sure that you improve yourself first, because you can never be the one for somebody else if you're not your best person. Okay?
And love is a statement, not a question. So if you love someone, don't ask for something in return. Don't wait for an answer. Just love a person, no matter what the consequence is. But don't ever forget that you need to love yourself first for someone else.
So, Justin Bieber was right after all, right? Yeah, JB. My mama don't like you, but she likes everyone. So yeah, try to love yourself first. So yeah, I think we should end there.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
goodbye everyone. That has been
ladies.
Jean. This is ni Lay. Call me Lala. Bye.
Lala. XOXO, guys.
Mwah.